Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren, pushing this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the men, women, and children that will receive mercy from the Lord in these last days. Shalom. I'm the brother Dama Gabar, here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. All right, and as you can see here, I got an article from Zero Hedge, which this is a very long article, which I'm not going to read every single detail inside this article, but, this is how the trap will be set to bring in the MOTB. You see, you've been hearing a lot about all of this, everything going digital identifications, biometrics, face scans, thumbprints, iris readers, a lot of these different applications, the way that you acquire your driver's licenses, your banking, how you purchase things, how you buy, how you get particular apps, how it's acting, more, it's getting more and more invasive to where, they ask for your location, all this digital information, every single thing about you, how you shop online, your shopping habits. Every time, you're online and whatever you Google, the things that you fancy, the things that you're into, the things that you like and you watch, all these different television shows that you watch, all this information is being gathered on a daily basis by the powers that be, so that these devils literally have digital footprint and basically a digital blueprint of who you are. All right. And they're gathering all of this information each and every day, every single thing that you do, every bit of your life, whether you understand it or whether you believe it or not, is all being gathered and it's all being, put together so that these devils basically can know you. They monitor your habits, what you like, what you don't like, all to have a specific digital, copy of yourself. All right. And it's going to be used against you, when these devils roll out this MOTB system, and this is why they're, making everything go digital with the promise of protecting your identity. And it's going to make you safe and it's to do this and to do that. But no, it's all boiling down to them corralling everybody into this MOTB, system. And it's all going to culminate with the MOTB, the micro C hip, the mark of the beast. All right. So I'm gonna read some of this article. I'm gonna jump around a bit. Hey, but this is all being done intentionally, man. This is a very crafty and very sinister damn devil, man. All right. It's a comprehensive biometric scanning system that's, basically being developed to bring everybody into this MOTB system. All right. And there's going to come a day to where, those of us who are in this truth, that truly believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that have forsaken this world, that, when it all comes down to it, man, we're going to have to make a choice. Either you're going to fully put your faith and trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai when it all goes down. All right. You're going to say the hell with this man, the hell with this system, the hell with this world, the hell with this digital ID. The hell with being able to buy or sell or eat under the permission and under the system that Esau is creating, and go out there into the wilderness with your faith truly in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, with the threat of being called a terrorist, being rounded up like cattle, being, threatened with imminent death and having your head chopped off for not bowing down and worshiping this man's, this beast system, or receiving this mark in your hand, or you're going to look to save your life and totally, bow yourselves down to this MOTB system that this devil is creating. All right. And all of this shit that we see taking place is all going to culminate and lead unto that. So get your mind out of Donald Trump. These people think Trump is going to save America, that he's really against the deep state, that he's cleaning out the swamp. Look, man, when he was in office the last time, he didn't do any of those things, man. He's telling you how he's going to, get all the child sex trafficker. He's going to clean up Washington. He's hiring all of these big hitters, these big wigs to come in and to save America. But no, that's all the cap and the lie. This devil is going to lead you down the same MOTB system that these Democrats would have led you in if they had won the presidency. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all a game. And hey, it's all going to lead to the same, enslavement of you people via this MOTB system. So without further ado, I'm going to read some of this article. I got some precepts and I'm just going to get straight to it. It says, the name of this article says, "You better watch out. The surveillance state is making a list and you're on it." It says, "He sees when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been good or bad. So be good for goodness sake." Satan Claus is coming to town. You see, and this is the power that Esau is gonna try. He's gonna give himself via this beast system. He will have the ability ultimately to be God, and to rule over you. With a digital godhead, with having artificial intelligence and AI and all of this technology that people are getting accustomed to. People are, submerged in, can't function on a daily basis without. Will be the way that he's gonna hook you people into this system to lock you into this goddamn digital slavery system, man, where he will have control over every aspect and every every single waking moment and second of your life will be surveilled, will be watched, will be monitored, and will be controllable through the hands of this damn devil Esau Edom. It says, "You better watch out. You better not pout. You better not cry, because I'm telling you why. This Christmas, it's the surveillance state that's making a list and checking it twice, and it won't matter whether you've been good or bad." It says, "Mass surveillance is the deep state's version of a gift, which keeps on giving back to the deep state." It says, "Geofencing dragnets, fusion centers, smart devices, behavioral threat assessments, terror watch lists, facial recognition, snitch tip lines, biometric scanners, pre-crime, DNA databases, data mining, precognitive technology, drones, contact tracing apps, license plate readers, social media vetting, surveillance towers." You see, and this is how he's going to be as God in this new world order and this digital prison system that he's creating for all of you people. And he's just been slowly feeding you people all of these apps, all of this entertainment, all of these smart TV, smartphones, smart apps, all of this Wi-Fi, internet, all these different devices and all of these different digital goodies that people are becoming obsessed with. He's been feeding you these things slowly but slowly till eventually he's going to close the trap door upon you to where you're going to basically be at a point to where you're going to feel like life can't go on unless you are inside of this, unless you're going to be able to participate in this new world that this devil is creating, man. It says, "What these add up to is a world in which on any given day, the average person is now monitored, surveilled, spied on, and tracked in more than 20 different ways, both by government and corporate eyes and ears." You see, and this is why, they're building these smart cities, these 15-minute cities, to corral you people inside all of these to basically rule over you as God via this new digital beast system he is creating, man. It's literally going to be hell on earth. All right. And you will obey, because once you're inside this geofence, inside this digital beast system, there's no coming out of it unless Esau allows you out of it. You're not going to be able to opt out. Once you're in, that's through. You see, and this is why taking this MOTB is such a crucial judgment by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because, once you're in it, you're basically bowing down and allowing Esau, Edom, and the elite to be your God, your God and your Savior, and you're basically bowing down bowing down into his new world, where AI will be your God, the state will be your God, the powers that be will be your God, and whatever religion he forces you to worship, or whatever he tells you to do or obey or take or go, or whatever he basically tells you, you'll have no choice but to obey, or you'll be killed. In other words, you'll be separated from the system. You'll be locked out. You won't be able to buy or sell or function or even be identifiable, or be able to do anything in this society, because everything will be linked to this digital slave system. And all of your dependence and everything that you will need will be in the hands of this damn devil. You see? And this is why, eventually it's going to be worth getting your head chopped off and not bowing down and worshiping and putting yourself under this rule of oppression and slavery, man. All right. All right. And see, and this is why, we're getting to the point, in this truth to where we're all going to have to make a decision. We're all going to have a choice to make. And this devil is going to lead you one or two. Well, really not him, but the Most High is going to leave you one or two options as far as you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are concerned, who are the Israelites. Either you're going to worship this damn devil or you're going to worship Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And we know what the elect are going to do. So this is why you should be in that spirit of, getting out of this system, man. Stop getting caught up in all the worldliness, having a 10-year plan and investment, trying to stack up all this money and riches, starting all these podcasts, asking for reparations, looking to really nestle yourself inside of this society, because this is exactly where it's heading. And this is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20. And it shall come to pass that in that day that the remnant of Israel, see, the remnant meaning the elect, and such are as escaped out of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but they shall stay upon Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. You see, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. You see? Because we know the majority of our people, hey, when the doo-doo really hits the fan, man, and when this system is presented before a lot of our people, we know a lot of them are going to look to try to save their lives, because they really don't have no true faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. They don't understand the kingdom that is to come. They don't understand, the way this world really works, that Esau Edom is their enemy, and that this place of America was never our rest. We were never brought here to get a fair shake or to be ever equal with Esau Edom, with any of these other nations. You were brought here to be punished, and this was nothing more than a slavery unto us, which was never meant to be forever. You see? But our people who have put their faith and trust in this society, they've, a lot of our people are getting the bag. They're making this money. They've figured out ways how to get a little bit of success in these last days. Hey, a lot of them, are finally living it up. They finally feel like they made it. And all of these dumbass niggas still believe that, well, racism is not really that bad in America anymore. Things have changed, and now, there's no excuse. You could be successful and yada, yada, yada. It's all bullshit, man. Because if you ain't looking to, to be part of the elect of Israel and have, true dominion and rulership and new bodies and ultimately be glorified in the state that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has, promised for the Israelites, then you're lost in the sauce, man. All right. You're going to be deceived. You're going to be duped, and you're going to die here in America, man, because you really believe that, we're living in a different age and a different times. And now Esau, it's to the point now to where he can't stop you from being successful unless you stop yourself by being lazy and you're not a go-getter and you're not motivated. It's all these ways and technology and for you to get the bag. Okay, nigga. Hey, but what are you going to do when that bag goes digital and this devil stops you from being able to be a go-getter and a hustler, and he's only going to provide one system and one, and a CBDC and universal basic income and all this hard work and Federal Reserve notes and money that you're making now is no longer an option. See, that's when you niggas are going to lose. All right. And that's where the elect are going to win. It says big tech wedded to big government has become big brother. Every second of every day, the American people are being spied on by a vast network of digital peeping toms, electronic eavesdroppers, and robotic snoops. It says this creepy new era of government/corporate spying, in which we're being listened to, watched, tracked, followed, mapped, bought, sold, and targeted, has been made possible by a global army of techno tyrants, fusion centers, and peeping toms. You see? Because now Esau, this is how I said earlier, Esau is trying to establish a digital godhead via technology and artificial intelligence being his angels, man. See, and this is why all this technology and everything, how it is the way that it is, man. It's all being created to snoop and gather information and learn more about you than you even really realize, man. To where this devil, if he wants to, he could create a digital version of yourself, and he know everything that you like, the TV shows you like. Why do you think sometimes when you're look, buying certain purchases or buying particular things. Sometimes when you go on like websites, particular things that you search will pop up as a suggestion for you to buy it. Like for instance, right here, it's showing this superhuman shit right here, because Esau knows that I'm into fitness, so obviously they're gonna put things that pop up on websites that I'm usually into. And the same for you. If you're into, these women buy a lot of weaves or hair or nails or fashion or whatever it is, what you like more than likely is going to pop up in a lot of the Google searches that you're searching when you're not even looking for the shit, suggesting you to buy shit that they've been monitoring, watching, and know that you have an interest in, man. You see, you got to pay attention to these things. See, and this is that new creepy era of government, right? It says, consider just a small sampling of tools being used to track our movement, monitor our spending, you see, and sniff out all the ways in which our thoughts, actions, and social circles might land us on the government's naughty list, whether or not you done anything wrong. It says what? Tracking you based on your, see, this is what this is, the system they're ultimately going to create. And they've already have us getting used and dabbling already in this system. It's just going to get to the point to where they're just going to close the door and they're going to force this system on you, whether you want to receive it or not. All right. Either you're going to take this or guess what? You're not going to be able to function or be accepted in this society eventually. It says cell phones have become de facto snitches, offering up a steady stream of digital location data on users' movements and travels. For instance, the FBI was able to use geofence data to identify more than 5,000 mobile devices and their owners in a 4-acre area around the Capitol on January 6th. This latest surveillance tactic could land you in jail for being in the wrong place and time. Police are also using cell site simulators to carry out mass surveillance of protests without the need for a warrant. Moreover, federal agents can now employ a number of hacking methods in order to gain access to your computer activities and see whatever you're seeing on your monitor. See, that's why we've been telling you, Jakes, all you that come up against the Israelites, all you that saying we're crazy, you niggas are stupid. Hey, even though, let's say if you don't even agree with us, the fact that you're watching these videos, hey, Esau's going to hold you guilty. He's going to look at you as maybe a potential converter or somebody, even though you didn't like the video or you negatively commented it. Hey, he's going to look at you negatively as if you were enjoying those videos, man. You see? So, hey, man, this devil is very wicked as all hell, man. And everything is a fucking trap, and all these things are going to be used against everybody eventually. Eventually, he's going to deem everybody in America an enemy of the state, a potential terrorist, unless, you eventually give up all of your, give up everything that he wants from you, all of your biometrics, your DNA samples, and be able to have you as his global citizen, pinged and tracked and fully, assimilated into his grid. You see? It says malicious hacking software can also be used to remotely activate cameras and microphones, offering another means of glimpsing into the personal business or target. You see, this man's trying to become God via this technology, man. Look at this, tracking you based on your DNA. DNA tech in the hands of the government officials completes our transition to a surveillance state. If you have the misfortune to leave your DNA traces anywhere a crime has been committed, you've already got a file somewhere in some state or federal database. Albeit it may be a file without a name, by assessing your DNA, the government will soon know everything else about you that they don't already know. Your family chart, your ancestry, right, which is why they were doing all that 23andMe, all these millions of dumbasses were giving their DNA, spitting in those things, and you giving it right to the powers that be. So now they know everything that they need to know about you, even what's going on in the inside. And that's a huge part of this new world order agenda, too, is to know what's going on inside of the body, which is why eventually a lot of these wearables will be, the Internet of Things will now become the Internet of Bodies, where now eventually they're going to be able to have the power to put this technology inside of you via the micro C hip. This is why you got Elon Musk and the Neuralink. See, all these things go hand in hand, man. They're not operating separate of the whole system they're trying to create, man. You see? It says your family chart, your ancestry, what you look like, your health history, your inclination to follow orders or chart your own course, etc. After all, a DNA print reveals everything about who we are, where we come from, and who we will be. Right, and this is where AI is going to play a huge part in that too. They got these supercomputers, and AI is getting all this information and running through and doing analysis on all of it, so that they're going to even have a detailed synopsis about you. They're gonna know everything about each and every individual, shit that you don't even know. That's why they're learning, all about your DNA, where you might have come from. It's not so that they could tell you who you are and, oh, you're 21% part Native American and 5% black or whatever. No, it's to, get information about your DNA so that they can use it eventually against you and know more about yourself. So that they could use it to, to enslave you, man. It says, after all, a DNA print reveals everything about who we are, where we come from, and who we will be. It can also be used to predict the physical appearance of the potential suspect. It's only a matter of time before the police state pursuits of criminal expands into genetic profiling and a preemptive hunt for criminals of the future. Right. And who are they gonna use to figure that out? Artificial intelligence, man. They showed you that on that movie with Tom Cruise. What's it called? The Minority Report. But even though they showed you those girls, those precogs doing it, but we know it's going to be AI is going to be the precog. They're going to have all this information fed into them so that they can be able to predict the future, predict your next move, to know every single aspect of your life, man. This man is trying to be God, man. You see? What does it say here? It says tracking you based on your face. Yeah, facial recognition. It'll be used by the police, the FBI, and the Department of Homeland Security. You see? And this is why, we've been telling you this man is who this man is, all right? And this is Psalm 64. Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? You see? And this is part of the snares, which are traps that these devils lay on a day-to-day basis. But they present it as ways to enhance, your safety, to stop identity theft. They give you all these apps and these different wearables and these different technology as if it's making humankind smarter and making man better. But really, it's all to their benefit and more ways for them to ensnare you and trap you into this digital beast system that they're getting all the information and all the pieces in place. So when they bring the right scenario and the right crisis, whether they, you've been seeing that lately. You see that one guy, the head of that healthcare, just got assassinated, so to speak, which, you believe that if you want to, that was just, some grassroots thing and some random thing that happened because people are fed up and people are mad and people are this and that. Look, man, no shit like that happens without it being quarterbacked or orchestrated. All right. So like I said, so now this is going to be the new common trend. They're going to start showing you officials and presidents and mayors and governors and CEOs and head of these companies, being attacked by the people. There's just more ways for them to, usher in martial law, bring, and implement this system that they're trying to do. Scare you people enough to where, they could lure you into, now we got to have biometrics identity on anybody. Watch now. Don't be surprised. They're going to start using these migrants and a lot of these border crossers, wherever they may be, from China or South or Central or Asia or the Middle East or wherever, or Africa, that came into this country, when, these sanctuary cities start falling apart, and when it's time for them to blame somebody for their suffering, they're going to start using them to start attacking, so-called governors and mayors, or even attacking the president, to where, we have so many terrorists in this country that we don't know who's who. Anybody could be, everybody's a threat. So, we got to have this new digital ID system, face scan recognitions, thumbprints, blood, give us your blood, your DNA, yada, 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 all for your safety, all to protect, the sovereignty of America. And once we have everybody on this grid and on the database and locked in, then, we'll be able to then we can use this technology to make America safer, to rid out all the criminals. Now you come into this country, you got to be, vetted properly. And now we're going to put microchips in these people and all this yada, 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 man. It's all part of the theater to bring in this NWO. All right. And this word for snares in the Hebrew is ma wakwash. It says bait, to lure, snare. You see, ensnared, for catching animals, literally or figuratively. You see, a hook for the nose, be ensnared, a gin, a snare, a trap. You see, and this is what this devil is known for doing, laying snares privily, traps privily. And what bigger trap is he setting than with all of this technology and digital this and digital that and, all this bullshit? It's all nothing more than a trap disguised as, helping mankind and helping you to better. It's all being used as a snare to make it seem as if your life can be better via this technology. But really, it's a trap and snare for your soul, for this devil to gain full control. It says, tracking you based on, it says used by police, the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security to collect photos on social media sites for inclusion in a massive facial recognition database. Right. So, while everybody uses these different platforms, you think it's for you to make money, to show your dog walking, for your son to take his first steps. But really, all the pictures and information that you're posting on these sites is being gathered up by the powers that be, so that they can, they can find you and pinpoint you whenever they really ultimately need to. It says for inclusion is a massive similarly biometric software, which relies on one's unique identifiers, fingerprints, irises, voice prints, is becoming the standard for navigating security lines, as well as bypassing digital locks and gaining access to phones, computers, office buildings, etc. Yep. Look at this. Scientists are also developing lasers that can identify and surveil individuals based on their heartbeat, sense, and microbiome. So this devil's going in. Look, tracking you based on your behavior. You see, what is this? Yeah, not only are making it possible for individuals to be monitored and tracked based on their patterns of movement or behavior, including gait recognition. Gait means how you walk, all right? It says the way one walks, but have given rise to whole industries that revolve around predicting one's behavior based on data and surveillance patterns, and are also shaping the behaviors of whole population. You see, I don't know if you notice it, but even your phone, it'll tell you, like every month, it'll give you a rundown of all the places that you've been. Oh, this is your, I forgot what they call it. This is your something history, to where I literally saw that on my phone, where my phone was telling me, how many times I frequented Starbucks, how many times I went here. So your phone is tracking all this shit about you. You think that your phone is just tracking this information and it's just your phone telling you this? You don't think that information is being fed to somewhere else? You see? So like I said, these devils are getting the skinny on everybody, man. It says by using what? Artificial intelligence to analyze social media, news sources, surveillance and video feeds, and public transportation data. See, look at this, tracking you based on your spending and consumer activities. All right. With every smartphone we buy, every GPS device we install, every X, Twitter, Facebook, and Google account we open, every frequent buyer card we use for purchases, whether at the grocer's, the yogurt shop, the airline, or department store, and every credit debit card we use to pay for our transactions, we're helping corporate America build a dossier for its government counterparts on who we know, what we think, how we spend our money, and how we spend our time. Consumer surveillance, by which your activities and data in the physical and online realms are tracked and shared with advertisers, has become big business, a $300 billion industry that routinely harvests your data for profit. Corporations such as Target have not only been tracking and assessing the behavior of their customers, particularly their purchasing patterns, for years, but the retailer has also funded major surveillance in cities across the country and developed behavioral surveillance algorithms that can determine whether someone's mannerisms might fit the profile of a thief. See this, man? Tracking you based on your public activities. So these devils is watching and tracking everything about every single person on this planet Earth, man. You see, this devil is, he's trying to get to know you on a level as God knows us, and he has all these different tools at his disposal that you think are helping your everyday life and it's just part of you living. No, it's all being used against you. It's all a weapon that's going to be eventually lead to your demise, man. Look at this. It says, look at this one. It says a web of surveillance that encompasses all major cities in order to monitor a large group of people seamlessly, as in the case of protests and rallies. So you don't think they're watching us when we're out there on the highways and the byways, when all of the men of the Lord gather? You don't think they're not watching and paying attention? Like, everybody that has a phone, they're pinging your location saying that, okay, all these individuals are always together. And when you go home and you disperse, you don't think they're monitoring you? They don't know where you live. They don't know who the hell you are. You see, there's no hiding from this damn devil, man. All right. It says large public events, social unrest, gang communications, and criminally predicted individuals. And we know eventually they're going to make their case against us. It says defense contractors have been at the forefront of this lucrative market. It says, look, yeah, man, look at this. Tracking you based on your social media activities, all you dumb niggas going live, doing your Facebook activities. Look, they're watching and they're tracking all of this shit, man. Look at this, tracing you based on your social network. All right. See, tracking you based on your car, license plates readers and mass surveillance tools that can photograph 1,800 license plates. And you got all these newer cars, these smart cars. So they know everything, man. Look, tracking you based on your mail. All right. The government is definitely of a bad guy. It's extraordinarily broad and results in warrantless surveillance, blah, blah, blah. I also want to make clear in my book, Battlefield America, The War on the American People and its fictional counterpart, the Eric Blair Diaries, surveillance, digital stalking, and the data mining of the American people, weapons of compliance and in control government's hands haven't made America safer, and they certainly aren't helping to preserve our freedoms. Indeed, America will never be safe as long as the U.S. government is allowed to shred the Constitution. See, and this is what they're doing, but promising as a way for you to, as peace and safety. See, this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. You see, and this is what Esau is ultimately bringing in, a system to where you can never escape, and you're going to have to eventually bow down and worship it, because when he ultimately brings it, if you don't bow down to it and worship it and assimilate yourself to it, what does the scripture say here? And it says, and he called, Revelations 13 and 16, and he called and he required, I read in King James, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, which that mark is the charagma, the MOTB, the micro C hip, because this is eventually what all this technology and how you will ultimately voluntarily enter into this new world order beast system is going to be via this physical micro C hip that you're going to, it says what? To receive in their right hand or in their forehead. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You see? You won't be able to function in a society or do anything inside of this world that he is creating unless you submit yourself, bow down to this new digital beast system. You see? This is why all of this digital ID shit is being created. This is why he's doing all these things, doing what he's doing, so that you are not going to be able to function unless you're in it. All right. And I want to play a little bit of this video. I'm not going to show his face, but you know the voice. But just take a quick listen. All right. Oh, is this it?
This diabolical weapon of modern science.
Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, yeah, this is it. Let me fast forward.
Billions of insects.
Is this the one? I don't think that's it. I think it was this one. Oh, here we go.
Bionable technology.
No, is this it?
Bionable technology.
What the fuck? Where's that shit? I think it is this one right here. Salakia. Here we go. I just want to get to the point.
They admit in here.
That's too far.
It came from laboratories where top scientists from famous universities.
Okay, here we go.
Homeland Security consultations, Pentagon cybersecurity consultations, Microsoft, of course, overseeing a lot of it. a plan to make you have a government ID number that will then be attached to thumb printers, biometric scanners that you notice are going in on almost all the new computers. It's all standardized already. To make you have an internet ID to surf the web, to purchase anything online. It will track everything you do. And the White House admits the IRS will track in live time all of your purchases. No Fourth Amendment, no Fifth Amendment, just absolute total tyranny on the face of it. A step towards the cashless society system that they're setting up. They're first going to now establish the global digital currency, which is already operating as the SDR. Then have all the nations sign over their currencies to be controlled and denominated in that new global benchmark. That'll give the insiders even more control to rig and steal and engage in insider trading and currency manipulation. And then, of course, they will fully phase out cash, and all you will have is digital money, and then there'll be no escaping them. They will then be able to tax you and control the economy to a level that makes it impossible to be able to even afford to have a family or have children. And even if you think you'll be poor and have children, the welfare is going to be cut out by then. And this is in Eco Science, written by the White House Science Czar. We actually have a new special presentation on it coming out in a few weeks. John P. Holdren, where he says, then when you don't have money, we're coming to take your kids, and we're going to sterilize you. So that is the plan. They're going to purposely bankrupt you, and then they're going to come after you. This is a scientifically designed takeover system. But what was interesting about it being in the news this weekend, it actually hit the news on Friday, was that listening to Kim Commando today, the digital goddess, I happened to catch her in the car, she was saying it's an Orwellian takeover and will not make your ID safe. Then when I went and read all the news articles Friday, Saturday, and Sunday dealing with this, they all said it's total 1984, it's total takeover of society, it is a government-run surveillance grid. That in the face of the White House putting out a PR video via the Commerce Department and NIST that has tried to change the laws of physics on 9/11, they're lying about what it does, because in their own document that they're circulating out around with the Chamber of Commerce and others, they admit in here that this is what they're setting up. So the exciting good news is even the mainstream media is getting this right. It's so horrible. Here is the CNET News. That's a division of CBS. Obama moves forward with Internet ID plan. Here's the Herald Sun. Sick of remembering your online passwords? Let the White House manage it for you. Here's Wired. Obama calls for secure online identity system. And if you criticize it, the Secretary of Commerce calls you a conspiracy theorist. And I see news like this. Now, again, we covered this in Police State 4, the rise of FEMA, that we released last year. And I'm not going, oh, we covered this, we're on top of things. I don't territorialize information. My goal is to get it out to everybody. The problem is, as bad as this news is, it's only one small quadrant of a larger animal. Because when I read a headline like this, I also then understand the internet kill switch and the know your customer system and the total control. You know, when you talk about a cashless society, that doesn't just mean that you don't have cash. It means everything you're doing is being tracked and controlled, and taxes can be raised to a level that's basically unlimited. To fully control all commerce and to only let insiders basically engage in commerce. Now, what is the news I'm ranting about here? Obama moves forward with Internet ID plan.
Yeah, you can see. And that was from 2011. What was that? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's damn near 15 years ago, man. You see? So, this is where everything is headed, man, you know? So you can't be lost in the sauce. You can't be out here sleeping, because Hey man, this thing is going forward. And like I said, and Obama was a Democrat. They had that shit in play even when he was in office. And now you got Trump swearing that he's gonna stop the deep state, he's gonna drain the swamp, he's fighting against the globalists. No, he's not, man. That's all part of the theater and the wool they're pulling over your eyes to make it feel as if this new administration is against the old. No, they're all together. They're all working towards the same goal and the same plans, man. So you can't be duped. You can't be sleeping out here, all right? And this is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, right? And all these devils are working towards the same goal and the same aim. So you can't be sleep out here thinking that, one is different from the other. They're all two cheeks of the same ass, and they're all coming together for the same agenda of these elites, man. So you can't be sleep. You can't be out here not knowing what the hell is going on, because this thing is coming whether you want to accept it or not. But we know it's coming because it's all biblical prophecy, man. So, hey, with that, I know it was a long article, it was a lot of reading, but hey, Lord willing, you were still edified. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for putting the spirit in me to do this lesson. To the next one, Shalom.